I speak to a lot of college kids who talk about starting up, and I think it's an incredible thing to do. Starting up in college gives you a lot of real world exposure, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's considering it. But starting up is actually really hard. I figured out 5 things that actually make starting up easier, especially if you're a first time founder. The first thing is get a great co-founder. Entrepreneurship is insanely hard when you go at it solo because there are so many things to do. You have to first design the product, you have to build the product, you have to speak to your users, you have to know marketing, you have to know sales. It's really hard for one person to have all of these skills. So if you find the right co-founder, someone who has complementary skills, it's going to make your life insanely easier. The complementary skills part is super useful because most of us find our friends in college who may have the same skill sets as we do. But finding someone with the same skill set means that both of you know the exact same things and don't know the exact same things, which is why it's typically useful to have someone who can code and build out product, and it's useful to have someone else who knows the business side of things and can actually sell the product. Second thing that makes starting up infinitely easier is actually speaking to your users before you build the product. I think a lot of engineers and designers are just tuned to building product because that's where they find so much joy. I'm a little bit like that, but over a period of time, I've realized that actually speaking to users makes building product much easier later on because you know exactly what they want and what they need. A great book that I recommend in case you're looking to speak to users is The Mom Test. It's a book that's helped me insanely and I recommend it to like anyone who's starting up. The third thing that I highly recommend to people starting up is get into a tech incubator. Like I've mentioned before, starting up is extremely hard and there are many blind spots that you'll have. A tech incubator typically has ex-entrepreneurs or people that have been in the entrepreneurship circuit for a while. A tech incubator will give you the right structure when you're starting up, but it'll also give you access to the right networks and connections that you will need once you've built your product. There are many tech incubators these days that take on college students. So if you're in college and you're starting up, just find a good tech incubator to get into. Point number 4 is pick a problem that you actually care about. When you're starting up, it's highly likely that your first 2 or 3 attempts will fail. If you pick a problem that you care about, then you're going to go at it the 5th time or the 6th time. But if you pick a problem that you don't really care about, you'll probably give up after your 2nd or 3rd failure. I see this happen to a lot of people. Getting obsessed with the problem means that over a period of time, you'll find the solution. But if you're really attached to your solution or your idea, you'll give up after your 2nd or your 3rd try. So figure out what is a problem that you really care about and then go at it. I think that makes starting up also much easier. The 5th thing that I want to tell people is speak to experts. Speak to people that have already been there and done that. I'm pretty sure whatever product you're building, you have competitors in the market, or you will have people that have taken a shot at maybe not exactly what you're building, but some version of what you're building. Speaking to them, learning from their mistakes, learning from their successes will help you as you start up. A lot of people don't take the time to find and speak to these other people that have built products similar to theirs. Doing this will help you learn from the mistakes of others. Life is too short to just learn from your own. Those are my 5 tips. If you're starting up in college, it's going to be an incredible ride. Doing these 5 things will actually make it much easier for you.